Dear professional, yes, you, the one replying noted with thanks for the 27th time today. It's time to close the laptop and pick up a cocktail. Join us.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you are located. I welcome you to another edition of HR Digest brought to you by SEDAT Consult. You can visit SEDAT Consult for all your HR needs. I welcome especially those who are joining us for the very first time. If this is your first time, kindly put your name and your location in the comment section and we'll acknowledge you accordingly. If you have any question concerning the topic, you can also put it in the comment box as we go along. Our able speaker will address all. I am Marcelina Anson, your host for today. So today, our topic is on collaborative HR strategies for SMEs. And to help us do this is Madam Esther Fefuami, who is a seasoned human resource and industrial relations consultant with extensive experience in labor outsourcing and alternative dispute resolution. As a managing partner at EF and Associate Ghana Limited, he empowers organizations to optimize performance, resolve complex workplace challenges, and foster positive employee relations through holistic and strategic approach. Madam Esther holds an MBA in Human Resource Management from Central University, a postgraduate executive master's in appropriate dispute resolution from the University of Virgin Islands and GAMI ADR Institute. Her core expertise spans HR strategies and planning, industrial relations, labor outsourcing, and conflict resolution, including mediation and negotiations. She is passionate about helping organizations enhance operational efficiency while promoting harmony in the workplace. Let me introduce to you Madam Esther Fefuami this evening. Hello, Madam Esther. Hello. Before she joins us, I would like to tell you a little bit about SEDAT Consult. You can contact SEDAT Consult for advisory and talent acquisition and management solutions, training and development, and so much more. We also have an upcoming conference on the 30th of October in Kumasi. So we want to tell all our people at Kumasi that get ready for it. You can visit all our social media networks to register and look out for more information regarding this wise. So on our topic for today, as I mentioned earlier, it's on collaborative HR strategies for SMEs. Small and medium-sized enterprise, as in SMEs, play a vital role in the economy. They are important for economic growth, job creation, and innovation. In today's fast-paced business environment, SMEs face unique challenges that is not limited to limited resources, lean teams, and the constant pressure to innovate and grow. But what if the key to overcoming these challenges lies not in working hard, but in working together? So over the next hour, we dive into how SMEs can use strategic approach known as collaborative HR to create solutions that are effective. We'd like to know what collaborative HR really means, why it matters to SMEs, and how you can start implementing it in your organization, no matter the size or the budget. We will also hear insights, share real-world examples, and answer your burning questions. So whether you're an HR professional, a business owner, or simply curious about evolving of HR in small organizations, this session is for you. So you can grab your notepad, get comfortable, find a drink or a tea, and let's begin this journey of collaboration and strategic growth. Welcome, Madam Esther.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you. And thank you
Thank you for
Okay, Marcelina, continue.
welcome. Thank you for leaving your busy schedule to join us. We appreciate it very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning
So,
in. Let me introduce myself well now, Marcelina. You butchered my name. I'm passionate about my name.
sorry, madam.
My name is Esther Fepwame. Esther Fepwame.
Performing.
Yes, and I am honored to be your facilitator for today's session, proudly organized by SEDAT Consult. I am an HR, industrial relations consultant, workplace mediator, and arbitrator. I am a managing partner with 𝐀𝐝𝐦𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐨𝐧 Ghana Limited. I've spent the last few years working with the SMEs in Ghana, helping them build practical people-focused HR system that actually works. Today, I am here to walk you through collaborative HR strategies for SMEs. Because in today's business environment, no SME can afford to manage people alone. It takes intentional collaboration to attract a talent, manage conflicts, and grow sustainably. Thank you for your audience. And for me, I've been here for SEDAT a few times. We want it to be engaging. Ask your questions in the chat box and we will answer you. Even after the program, you can still get in touch and we are here to help and network together. Thank you. Marcelina.
Thank you, Madam Esther. Sorry for butchering your name. I repent.
That's okay.
So we want to start the conversation. Collaborative HR. What does collaborative HR mean in the context of SMEs? We would like to know that one.
Okay, before we dive in, let me ask this question. How many of us currently in our roles that we are playing, the various organizations that we find ourselves, see ourselves as everything officer, or the ones that we HRs call utility officer? Do we have people like that? If you are here, you can raise your hand for us to see. I know we'll have few of us doing that, especially as an HR. You are the go-to person in that organization. That is what exactly collaborative HR means. If you want to carry that whole company, organization, firm, or however you call it, SMS, SMEs, on your head alone, you cannot manage the team. You cannot manage the people to work to achieve the objectives to which you have gathered. It's very, very important. So HR isn't just a nice to have for us in Ghana today. It is essential for the survival and the growth of every organization. That is why we are here today. So when we are talking about HR that is collaborative, it means that we stop pretending that one person can handle all people's decisions in an isolation. Instead, we harness the communal knowledge and involvement of everybody in the team. Think about us as Ghanaians and Africans. We are the palaver system. Look at us women. In the village system, we gossip together, we go to the streams or river together, we go to mill together, we go to the market together. We are doing everything together, and we are community decision makers. We are different from the Westerners, for that is collaborative HR in action. We want to work together as a community in that organization that we find ourselves, so that we'll all be able to achieve why we have gathered, and everybody will be happy. So for a takeaway here for the collaborative HR, everyone contributes to people's success. That's it. Just like in our traditional community decision making, everybody in the organization contributes to people's success. So that's collaborative HR in a practical definition.
So, relating it to the SMEs, how can we link that collaboration with the SMEs?
Let's say Mami Ama. Let's take an example. Mami Ama is having a small printing press that she's managing. Mami Ama is the CEO. Mami Ama is the HR. Mami Ama is the purchasing officer. Mami Ama is the line manager. Mami Ama is the accountant. Mami Ama cannot handle this as an SME. So Mami Ama have to sit down and know that this roles, duties, systems, part of it have to be decided by the team. Maybe, or not even maybe, from the beginning, Mami Ama cannot bring all the systems together. So he needs to involve everybody that he thinks is valuable to the business, why he employed the person or she employed the person on board. So she share the roles, the responsibilities about people. Somebody takes care of the attendance, somebody take care of the leave, somebody take decision on when we'll have to do this, we'll have to do that, when we'll have to go to leave, and share that amount, even if they are only 10, so that they will be able to take that decision that will help the organization, other than Mami Ama only an SME to carry all that on her head. If it does that, the printing organization or printing company cannot survive, let alone expand. So to collaborate, she needs to conduct like an orchestra, so that everybody plays a part. Everyone plays a part. There's a supervisor, there's a line manager, even the cleaner or the gateman, what do we call them? The security, we don't call them watchmen.
Security officers.
The security officers can also be even part of the receptionist or the customer care, because they are the first people the customers meet before they even enter the gate. So as an SME, you have to decentralize your operation so that the burden will be shared among the people that you are working with, so that HR is just about managing people to achieve an objective in a confined setting or a community. So everybody shared it, and together the people decision is done collaboratively, and we achieve our objectives.
Thank you very much, Madam. So when we check the SMEs, it's not a normal practice for them to incorporate the HR practices. So we'd like to know if you are considering collaborative HR, that's a traditional one. How does it differ from HR practices in the traditional way and practices in the SMEs?
Okay.
If someone in the SME says, I want to practice, okay, please go on.
Traditional HR in Ghana or among our workplace here looks like one person, the HR manager, the HR officer, the people manager, the person there, however we want to call him or her, handles all the people issues, from recruitment to performance management to attitude to discipline to everything, the welfare parts, the attending events, they are all parts of the HR's work. And she'll be overwhelmed with decisions. That's a whole lot of work for the traditional HR. That is why even if you get to the bigger organization, we don't have HRs, we have HR departments. That individual organization have somebody who is an HR responsible for performance management. Another person responsible for training and development. Another person is responsible for compensation and benefits. They share the roles. Another person is in charge of industrial relations. That's what the traditional HR does. But for an SME, one, you don't have the capacity to pay for these roles to be occupied for people to do. One, you don't have much people to manage. So the traditional HR that the large organization and multinational practice, the HR cannot, in an SME, cannot practice that. The SME owners don't even have HR or even administrators. The best they could have is maybe a receptionist or an admin officer. And this admin officer is not even a trained HR. So she cannot handle this. So if you want to compare the two, they are different things, but working the same way. The SMEs is practicing his HR, building the right culture from the beginning, people-centered. We are all involved. We gathered around one objective. We are working towards one thing. We are all creating to share. So you collaborate with everybody there for the organization to succeed. So as you grow, then you build the structures to work with better.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'd like to acknowledge Salamat Zakaria. Good evening, Salamat. You are joining us from Kumasi. Thank you for joining. And I also like to acknowledge Godana Dakun. You're also watching from Kumasi. You are welcome. So let's continue, Madam Esther. So we know that SMEs have a lot of challenges. One is limited resources in various forms. What are the practical ways? Maybe an SME owner will say, I don't have this to implement this, although I know it will help my company, but I cannot do it because my resources are limited. What are some of the practical ways that they can implement collaborative HR strategies?
If I understand you, the common challenges that they might have, let me be honest about the challenges that I see repeatedly in SMEs around us here. Challenge one, we don't have time. They are always in a hurry to get things done. I don't have time. The people are not many. The orders I have to fulfill them. They are always in a rush, or that's we call in a parlance, busy for nothing in a way. Because if the structures are in place, you save time. So Collaboration done rightly saves time here. So when your team helps interview candidates, one, you have shared that role. You get better hires. For example, instead of you to go to job boards looking for somebody, maybe a recruitment agency to recruit for you, you can just get an employee referral. You need another driver, you call a driver. Do you have a friend? Do you have a colleague who you can reference to us to interview, who you know our culture already? You can explain to him what we do here. That's one. You've taken that challenge away. You're not going to stress yourself even paying for recruitment agency services. Then challenge two, if I will say, but I'm not an HR expert. If you ask them, oh, I'm not an HR expert, I don't have money to employ any HR here. No. The beauty of collaborative HR is you are leveraging everyone's expertise, not trying to be expert in anything. One, the recruitment example we gave, that the driver brings somebody he knows to be our driver. Other services that you require, we have friends and families and our schoolmates, so you can share with your team. We need to start exporting. Do you know somebody in Canada who can help us? Do you know somebody at GRA who can help us with this? Do you know somebody at GIPC? You get to do the right network. Then you'll be able to leverage on your people that you have there. Another challenge is our culture is too informal. They want to be informal forever. No. Cultures are built intentionally or unintentionally. So you rather work towards it very formal from the beginning. So your strength will be in your culture, being informal, but everybody understands and owns the systems that you are working with. So it's one of the challenges I've seen, and I think it's not anything difficult for them to work on. Build a culture, involve everybody, and it becomes a family. Because if you watch, apart from husband and wife and our nuclear and extended family that we have, the next family that we have is the workplace. We meet people you don't know from anywhere, people you don't speak the same language with. You see yourself in one organization, you are interdependent, you are working together towards one KPI. Sorry, you are working towards one KPI. So you have become family. So when you involve everybody from the start informally, working towards being formal, peer training, you work together. Oh, who can help us train in this? How do we handle money? Saving culture. They come during your morning briefings to 5 minutes. Somebody speaks about something, 10 minutes, somebody speaks about something. You help each other grow as peers. So you can do that. Then another big one that I've been seeing is documentation. They are scared of documenting issues. A lot of SMEs don't even give contract to their workers. Employment contract, they don't give it. They are scared. I don't know what it is that they are scared of. Because the documentation helps you as an employer, that the decisions we've taken, the relationship that we have, this is how it's going. So tomorrow, it will not be her word against yours or his word against your. You have to keep proper documentation for your business and give proper people management documents. They don't have policies, they don't have handbook, they don't have anything. There's no danger in giving out contract letters that people fear, because in our country, anybody who comes into your organization and you allow the person to stay there, we accept verbal contracts. So you rather put it in writing and save yourself rather than leaving it open. I've known somebody who has been working with an SME for 10 years without any contracts. No, nothing. There is nothing in that organization apart from their income and expenditure. Not even proper accounting books, but they are making a lot of money. She's just scared that maybe if I give them contract letter, I give them job description, this and that, so they will take me to court, they will take me to Labor Commission. And until one of them had an issue and they have to sack him, and he took the case to the Labor Commission, in which I was involved, that I helped her build all this. And I said, oh, I never knew. So we are scared of things that are not necessary to be scared of. So I think one of the biggest challenges is documentation. It gives your workers job security, and it gives you backup to say that this is what we agreed on, that you come to work at 8 and you are coming at 10. At that time, at this level, you can be able to even discipline, so your work processes gets better. So it's very, very important that you start your documentation one by one. Oh, what do we do? I want us to document this. You call all of them, you share your idea. Things you cannot do, you get a consultant or HR person help you with it, and as a one-off thing, and the person is gone. Then you are working with it. If there's need to review it, you call, then you are working on it. So it's very important that one collaborative process at a time. You leverage on external support when needed. Then you use informalities as an advantage for you. Then you are good to go. Documentation protects everyone. It's created together, not in isolation, and your team will build with you a very good culture that will help you.
Thank you very much, Auntie Esther. That was a good one. I enjoyed listening to that one. I would like to welcome Anoche from Tema and Mr. Michael Kisi from Yamiche. You're all welcome to the show. I hope you are enjoying it. In this age, we know that technology plays a very important role in everything that we do. So in collaborative HR with the SMEs, how do they use technologies to support the collaborative HR strategies?
Technology. For me, when you mention technology, it looks so huge a word, as if we're going to go and carry machine, we're going to go and be carrying things, calling IT guys to come and be helping us. Even our children today in our houses, our homes, the most dumbest, I don't know if that word is right to be used here, worker knows how to use a WhatsApp, has a phone. Every worker knows how to at least make a call with a phone. That is technology for an SME. Forget expensive HR software. I'm talking about tools probably you are using, like I mentioned earlier, your WhatsApp, your Google Sheets, simple survey tools. They are things you can use as an SME to leverage your culture. It's very, very important. So we have a WhatsApp group that we communicate on as an SME. When you are dealing with a client and it's becoming difficult, you get into your bosses on it, you speak to the proprietor. Normally the SMEs, they are one-man businesses or family businesses. So I encourage them to use the WhatsApps, the Google Sheets, the emails, the Teams, the Zooms now. Today, look at where you are, and we are connecting. So these are technologies, simple technologies that we can use. Google Documents are very available, free, at least for initial simple tasks. So it's very important that the SMEs, they'll explore these opportunities. WhatsApp group for quick feedback and culture building. You get Google Forms for anonymous worker inputs. If you think that people will feel they'll be intimidated or victimized because they've put in a suggestion or something, you can design forms, people can drop things, and we are all going green now. So they send SMSs, they send forms that is anonymous, and share documents that is transparent and planning. Then we are all involved in building that technology one at a time. So as we improve, now we want to do Dropbox things. People are those who are coming new, we know who we want to employ so that they are better technology savvy. So when they come, we leverage on their the tools they have in hand, soft skills in IT they have in hand. They teach us, we grow together. So technology for SMEs today in Ghana is not an issue if only we want to work with it. It's very, very simple. Even today we have the Google WhatsApp business. You can get there and work with your team, do virtual things, do team building activities online. Just with your mobile data, you are good to go. So it's very important they take this away. That WhatsApp group for quick feedback is very important for culture and team building activities. Google Forms for anonymous. Then you share documents for transparent planning and collaboration. Don't hide anything. Take note, 70% of information that a lot of employers think their workers shouldn't know is a non-starter. It's something that when they know it, it will help them do their work better. So share information with the team through WhatsApp, SMS, Google Forms, and let everybody understand what's happening around the organization.
Thank you very much, Madam. So, with all that we are talking about, leadership cannot be taken out.
Yeah.
I have an example of a restaurant that supplies food to a company. So the company that was always sending printed lunch orders to the restaurant. Wanted to create an email address for them so that they use. But then one in charge said, "No, I can't use it." But he is the leader. Maybe the others were willing to use it, but she was unwilling to use it because she said she can't use it. So I want to know, what does leadership the leadership role play in fostering a collaborative HR culture in these small organizations? If the leadership is not willing, how do they go around it?
Leadership is very critical in everything human, from our homes to schools to everywhere. Leadership is a critical thing. And in Ghanaian SMS, leadership visibility is everything. One, the insecurity of the situation you've just narrated shows that leader is so insecure, or what we call when we were girls, complex is disturbing him or her. What do you have to hide if you are building an organization? You build an SMS to the extent that you can deliver food. And you shouldn't even know that, or everybody who is an SMS leader should know that your customers are your first advocates. So the way you do your things, the way you speak in front of your customers shows who you are and where you want to go. And they can be able to, when they see who you are and your leadership is so proactive, they'll be able to even recommend you to others so that they do business with you. So leadership visibility is everything. So as an SME leader, if you don't have capacity, build it. It's very, very important, because you don't know how to use SMS. It's just a click away. I remember when I finished university, I was working as a budget officer with one organization. My boss doesn't know how to even switch on a computer. And computer was on his desk at the office. I know how to use it, and I was not perfect, but I was eager to learn it. I can use mail, do a lot of things with computer as a beginner then. But if you touch it as if you are touching his balls. So it was so difficult. At times, I have to go to do my work that he has assigned me outside and pay from a comm center. Those days, comm centers were in every corner. So I have to go to comm centers and do my work. And so another department head saw my capacity and said, "Oh, my team members don't even know how to use it. Come and do it for me." So now I go to their office, their space. We are in the same building anyway. Go to their space, do my work, and do theirs for them. And now it has become competition. When he sees that the way I'm going to that department, they might take me from him before he allows me to use the computer. And I taught him. So when I taught him, he said, "Oh, I don't know, it was so easy." You see, so things that we are afraid of does not even exist. Nobody is going to take your job away from you. Trust, business built on trust. So I will encourage SME owners to walk the floors of their organizations every day, ask of opinions of their people, get the right signals, and correct it and continue moving. I remember working with a CEO who started joining the monthly team meetings. Every month we meet and discuss our challenges, our flying things that we need to encourage. We do it. Then he comes, just listen. He's not part of the agenda. He listens to us. And when we are sharing our finger food, he shares with us and we laugh together. And after some time, he said, oh, every metric started improving. We talk informally about our challenges with him. And things that he thinks were so huge he can't solve, he solved them. So I want them to show vulnerability to their team, ask questions, celebrate contributions if need be, and learn. Human being, until the little I've seen in my short life, until you enter your coffin, you shouldn't stop learning, because the world has become a global village. I have a seamstress in my area, little girl who just finished learning how to sew. I wore one of it. I saw a dress she wore. I like it, and she sewed one for me. Another person saw it. And before we say Jack, last week she exported clothes to US because
Wow.
one dress to somebody said, oh, I like your dress. Oh, she sewed it for me. Let her sew for me and my children. And she sent about 10 clothes to US in a corner at Adenta, you see. So this is how we grow. We have to, and she was even scared. I'm so take it to either post office, they'll do it for you. You send it, or you go to FedEx. I show her, and she's going to do it. So we have to begin to learn as business owners, SMEs, and forget about our vulnerability. Show it so that people who have the answers will help us.
Thank you very much, Madam Esther. I have a follow-up question on this one. When we come back, we'd like to take a short break. We'll be right back. And I want to know, if you have a question, put it in the comment section. When we come back, Auntie Esther will address it for you. Thank you for being with us up to this time. We'll go on a short break. Welcome back from the short break. This is HR Digest, brought to you by SEDAT Consult. Please, if you have any question, kindly put it in the comment section. I think so far, Madam Esther has shared a lot. And if you have any burning questions, she's ready to answer. Madam, I have a follow-up question to the one you gave. So we know that SME as I was saying earlier, plays a very important role in the economy. So if a leader doesn't know anything about HR collaboration, how to use these collaborative HR strategies to build it, who is responsible for teaching the leadership of the SMEs?
Unless they seek guidance, because like SEDAT is a HR consulting firm. EF and Associates is HR consulting firm. We have the right tools, the right systems, the right buttons to press for these people. But until they get in touch, we can't help them. That is why I mentioned earlier that they need to seek for help. They need to network. They need to keep learning. So if you have needs, who do you look for? If you are sick, who do you look for? You go to a doctor. When you are a woman and you are pregnant, you don't go and see a general physician. You go and get a gynae who will help you. If your daughter, your baby is sick, you go and look for, what do they call them, pediatrician. I don't know how that's the word, pediatrician to help you. So the SMEs should contact HR consulting firms to help them so that they understand the culture of building the right people strategy for their business from the start is very, very important. Seeking help is very, very important. And one thing that we have as Ghanaians is that I heard it and I said, oh, it's all Africa. The South Africans use it so much. They say Ubuntu. I am because you are. We are people who have opinions. We work in a community. We love each other, especially if we know there's something in it for us to gain. So they need to get to us and we'll help them. And that is why today I am happy that the HR community is organizing programs that SMEs will attend, HR professionals who are also entry level people who attend and learn and collaborate and network so that we build our businesses together. Because if an SMS grow from 10 to 15, they are reducing the unemployment rates. If they grow from 15 to 20, it's becoming better, but they have to leverage on learning opportunities, creating environment that keep them learning, not only the technical things. If you know how to make soup, you need to manage the people who help you to make the soup. That is not your expertise. It's the expertise of somebody else who will come and help you as a retainer, come and visit you once in a while, and go help you to do the right thing, check in with you once in a while, build your systems for you, especially your performance management system, your grievance system, and your disciplinary system. As for these three, you should always have it. Because where human beings are and emotions are at play every day and they are interdependent, you need to get the right structures in place so that you'll be able to maximize their capacities while they are working with you. It's very, very important. Learning is very, very important. And people want their problems to be solved. So if you have the challenge, the little challenges that come up every day whilst they are working, you are solving them easily. Then you are creating a psychological safety for your team, and they'll be able to work well. They'll feel comfortable moving from their houses to come and work for you. It's very, very important.
Thank you very much. And you said earlier that collaborative HR is you mentioned that it's everyone with collaborative HR, everyone contributes to people's success.
Yep.
So you have different departments coming together to work together. So how can SMEs encourage employee participation in this HR decision making when it comes to collaborative HR and the
Yeah.
SMEs?
The departments are not on their own. We create them, the SMEs create them, and every department in an organization is interdependent on each other. Somebody's inflow is somebody's outflow. That is why we have line managers, some call them team leads, some call them managers, some call them supervisors. You need to train them to have people management skills because they are the first point of contact with the people who are working with you. So these guys should have worker participation skills. And one thing a lot of us are not aware of is that we need self-mediation skills as people. For me, I call it life skill because when I started learning dispute resolution, the first person who noticed me was my mother. She said, your communication these days have changed. What changed? What's happening? Are you okay? And I said, why? He said, you are no more aggressive. You understand things better. My mother, who is not a formal person, no. So self-mediation skill is a must for every team leader and even SME owners to learn because our life happened. And those of us who are even living in the capital cities in Ghana, the stress and the issues that even the trotro that will cross your car in the morning whilst coming to work will turn your mood around that whole day. And if you don't have self-mediation skills, emotional intelligence, you'll go and transfer that aggression and annoyance to everybody that you meet in that organization that day. Somebody have the skills that will teach the team leads to learn to involve everybody in the organization to work well. It's very, very important. The little questions and opinions that you ask among the teams and they bring things up, you understand. The workplace become better. It's not any huge jargon when we say collaboration in people management. It's just you involve everybody from the gate man. When people are coming, when they those in cars, when they blow their horn once, open the door the gate for them to enter. When they enter, show them where to park. Don't let them finish parking before you come and tell them that can't you see the no parking signboard? Teach them or train them on how to handle your customers as they come. Some will be very aggressive. The customer service starts from that gate. When you come, some of the SMEs even sharing logistics, paper, pen, pencil, eraser, screwdriver, carbon is even an issue. We need to involve, give people responsibilities and hold them accountable. It's very, very important. Small groups that rotate monthly around some specific challenges to solve it will work. Oh, always there's no tissue in our washroom. Anytime especially we have a visitor goes to the washroom, there's no tissue. You assign that responsibility to somebody to make sure that there's tissue. Then these organizations they are not big, so they don't have a purchasing and maybe department or somebody who do that. So how do we do it? Who buys this? Who did that? So you make sure that you work with the team so that everybody understand that we are working together. And as they take the decisions together, they are committed to it to make sure that the decisions they take, they work with it and it comes to pass. When there are challenges, you all take note and do the review and continue living. And there's an example that came to mind. I worked with a company some time ago. They call something solution cycles. They call it solutions. What is solution cycle? They have small groups that rotate monthly to tackle specific issues. Every month, you change the washroom, the photocopy area. What next? When we want logistics, who will work on it? They have and they rotate it. They call it solution circles. Anything that you see that is wrong, you go and tell the team. So the teamwork is from every department. So the solution circles team rotates. This month we have 4 people from different departments. Next month it change. Then it becomes a competition. So we'll see who is proactive better. So those are the few things you can use to encourage participating and collaborating around your people. Take note of it. Solution circle.
Cycles, yes. I've
Courage.
noted it down.
Yeah. And
Thank
they
you for
improve their participation from 20% to 85%. It's such a
uh,
huge margin.
thank you very much, Madam Esther. So I want to know if our SMEs are trying to adopt collaborative HR models, what are some of the challenges that you foresee as they try to adopt the strategy?
As for new things, we are all scared of change. Marcelina, aren't you scared of change? It's a human
Very
tendency
scared, very scared.
because we don't know what is ahead of us. We are comfortable in what we are doing already. So, this or that, this or that. So we are scared. People are even afraid of their positions, that when the change comes, they are maybe out of the cycle of big people. We want to be recognized as we are big. But one thing we have to also encourage and let our people know is that change is the only thing that is constant. Also because we don't explain, we are not honest about the challenges that we face. Speak to people about the challenges that you are facing, the reason why you want to change. Carry them along. Then they understand, even though they might be resisting it, but gradually they will come up. And change in SMEs too is personal, because Uncle Kofi, let's use him, not real name. Uncle Kofi has been the person who are doing things for over 10 years. He's alone. He's the most important person around. And he does the hiring decisions. He press the buttons. Plus, you want him to sign a contract. No. I don't give contract. We've been working here for 10 years. And nobody gets contract. They came and they go. They come and they go. We are working, at least we pay our bills. But Uncle Kofi is fear for documentation. But mind you, the documentation will give your people more job security for them to work for you better. So the fear is real. The only thing is that they need somebody to explain to them why they need to change. It's very, very important. And they can write simple contracts with their team. They do it together. It's just like how you are working. You come to work from 8 to 5. You are only documenting that. Everybody goes on leave. That is another thing. The SMEs, they fear. They don't want people to go on leave. Meanwhile, they have to go. It's a legal requirement. I had a case in my previous life when I was working as a 𝐀𝐝𝐬𝐬𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐻 consultant for a company in Tema. Somebody has worked with an SMEs for 15 years without leave. Then they had an issue and they sacked him. He went and sat at home, not knowing what to do because it was very informal, until his younger sister's boyfriend, who is a lawyer, came home to visit their girlfriend. They were having conversation. Oh, my brother was working with somebody for over 15 years. Your man, he leave. Your man, she almost sacking him. And that boyfriend took the case up, and he's been paid for 15 years, 15 days each. And
Wow.
yes. So you might be getting away with the things you call as normal, or you think they are not injurious to your work. But one person that you may not even, that guy, if you see him there, when I saw him, For him, he won't take that case anywhere. And after they've even let him go, it was about almost a year before the sister's boyfriend took the case up. Like we say, crimes has no expiring date. And I think about six years in Ghana, when there is an issue, workplace issues, after 6 years before you can get a closure. So we may be getting away with things as SMEs, but we should know that the one day can come that all the gains that we have gotten out of the informality might be ruined because of one person. We might not even think will pull us along that path. So it's very important that we know change is difficult, but they have to start at a point and get in touch with HR people to help them. Not every HRs who know what industrial relation is, how to manage people, and interpret the law to them very well. Thankfully, our labor law is very, very, very friendly. Whether you are legal person or not, when you read, you understand. So they have to learn to start with the willingness to begin somewhere. Find your change champions among your team. Your younger workers, they are just beginning to work, so they are flexible. And people who have worked with you for a long time too, they think that they will say, oh, I've been here for a long time. So they are ready to change with you to do the right thing so that you grow professionally and grow the business for tomorrow. It's very, very important. Carry the team along and understand that change is the only thing that is very constant. It starts with the willingness. Then you address your fears. Directly have honest conversation with the people. Things that you can't do. The law says we should have 15 days, but we can't afford it. You see what we are doing. Let's do 10 for a meantime. Even that 10, let's be taking it 2 days every month. Then you write that and you are there. Those who resist change, it's everywhere. Turn them into the mentors of the change. Involve them to be the change process, rather, champions. Then you are good to go. Frame the documentation very well with clarity. If people understand what you are saying, they come along with you. Then you let your workers help you create their own policies. This is the way we are working here. It's not good for us. What do we want to do? Then we all talk about it. Then we document it. Then we sign. Then we are good to go.
Wow. Auntie Esther, thank you very much. Our time is almost up. I'd like to acknowledge Beatrice from Hacho. Thanks for joining us. And Evelyn commented that insightful discussion. Thanks for joining us. So I would like to remind you of our HR conference, SEDAT HR conference, which is coming on the 30th of October in Kumasi. So all those in Kumasi, we're asking you to gear up for the conference. You can visit all our social media networks for more information and registration. More information will be put out very soon. Auntie Esther, please, my last question before we go. So I see that as I'm listening to this discussion, the solutions for SME seems very simple. We don't need to look for, it's not rocket science
at all.
So I'm so shocked and impressed. So how can big HR organizations implement some of this approach, the HR collaborative approach?
The big ones are already doing it. If their HR systems and policies are right in place and they have the right people in the positions, they do that already. For example, like I mentioned earlier, in an HR department that we have the compensation and management manager, we have the performance people, we have industrial relations. When we have, let me take an example of industrial relations in a big organization. We have negotiations that is coming up. We build our negotiation team, and everybody in the organization, we choose the panel or the team from different departments, from accounts, from HR, from production, and we meet together and discuss our mandate with our principals or our chief executive. We discuss the mandates. receiving, especially if it's the unionized environment, the proposals that we receive from the union, excuse me, or the proposal that we want to send to the union, we discuss it together as a team, not only HR team. Like I mentioned, all the departmental heads are part of the team. We discuss it together, take the mandate before the HR leads the negotiation. When we come back from negotiation, we discuss the communication channel and what we want to communicate to the team. We discuss that. So proper HR departments and organizations that are huge and multinational, we practice this already. We collaborate in everything. In big organizations, the line managers and team leads are the first point of contact for HR. Some of them, right, they even queries. When I was heading an HR department with even 3 organizations under me, I don't write query. You are in touch with the people, you know what happened, you understand them better. So you write the query, I look at it for you, we discuss it, then you sign and send and give it to the person. Then we continue. When the explanation is good, you understand, I understand. So the HR is just there to guide the policy implementations, to guide the industrial relations, to guide the law, and make sure that everybody falls in line with the policies that we have in place in large organizations. So if you are in the HR in large organization, you are not collaborating with the other team leads, then you are not a properly trained HR. Sorry for that word, but HR is the manager of all managers. So if you're a manager for all managers, what do? You collaborate with every manager to manage the teams at their various departments.
Thank you very much, Madam Esther, for breaking this down for us. I'm very excited about the things you brought out, and I personally have learned a lot. You made us know about the importance of networking for the SMEs in implementing collaborative HR, using simple tools. When we talk about technology, it's not about using big things. Our SMEs, our WhatsApps are simple tools that they can use. The importance of documentation, then the importance of being self-mediating. You having self-mediation skills. Another new one that I learned today is solution circles. I believe we all learn from it. So we can continue the discussion in the comment section. If you have anything you want to say or a question, you can put it in the comment section. I want to thank Madam Esther for joining us today, for breaking this down for us. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. All too soon, we've come to the end of this show. I believe you've learned something, as I have. If you have any question, you can put it in the comment section, and the HR team at SEDAT will address it for you. Until next time, when we meet again next week, it's bye from us. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful to SEDAT and everybody in the team. Nice to see you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.